Our person of interest this morning, Nairobi Senator Mike Mbuvi alias Sonko. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good.
Quite the personality you are. From that video, I tell you, you are the Oscars. You are in the most retweeted selfie in Twitter's history. The image you've put out there of yourself, let's start there. Are you comfortable with what people think about you?
Yeah, I'm very comfortable.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you deliberately go out of your way with the personality, the way you dress, your hair? Is it all deliberate?
No, it's not deliberate, but I'm portraying a message to my colleagues, that is the youth. And leadership is in me, leadership is in my blood. So I'm portraying true leadership to my people and to the great people of Nairobi and to the people who voted for me. Okay. That is what I can say for now.
Yeah. One more before we continue with James. Those where you've been photoshopped, quite a number. You're everywhere. The big events. Sonko will be right there front and center. What do you make of that?
I think people are misquoting Sonko.
Yeah?
I'm not the person who's doing those photoshops.
Okay.
Indeed, what I can say, it's my fans who are posting those images with Lupita Nyong'o, Nelson Mandela, Michael Jackson. Those are my fans. My Facebook page, which has almost over 550,000 fans as of now. If you go through my posts, I've never posted any, apart from the Nelson Mandela Photoshop image, I've never posted any Photoshop image. It's only my fans who are doing it on maybe on my behalf. And
do you mind it, or is it?
I know they're my fans. They are free, at liberty to do what they want to do. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Brilliant, Senator. What makes you don't sleep at night?
Maybe when we were campaigning, we gave our agendas, our manifestos, we gave our campaign pledges to the people who voted for us that we will be there for them when they need us. When there is any distress call, we'll be there for them. So the number of votes I garnered in Nairobi County, it was unbelievable. And as I sit here today, I thank the great people of Nairobi because I'm one of the senators who garnered the majority, the votes I garnered.
How did you do it? How did you get?
Because the love of the people, leadership is in me, leadership is in my blood. I see the people, I see my votes. I see the people, I see the votes I garnered. So I'm there to serve the people, the great people of Nairobi, because I'm the senator for Nairobi County. This is what I can say for now. Yeah. I see people, I see love, I see people, I see God, I see everything. Because if it was not for the great people of Nairobi, I would not have been the senator for Nairobi today. So I respect the people of Nairobi. They voted for me. I see everything in the great people of Nairobi. I love them, I respect them, I thank them for everything they did to me.
Let's take a bit of a detour here to yesterday, and we get it out of the way. Just yesterday, 6 people were killed. Another dozen or something were injured in a grenade attack in Nairobi. On Sunday, we had an incident again in Isili. And these incidents of grenades and attacks have been there for a while. I don't know have you discussed this in the national level, the Senate level? Have you? What is the solution for this?
Okay, my brief on that, at the moment it will be premature for me to go into details. We have confidence in our security agents. We have confidence in Mr. Kimayo, Gishangi and the team. Maybe we had some differences with Gishangi during the Westgate attack. But from that time, what I can say, the security agents have done a tremendous job. There are some grenades which were confiscated in Mombasa. Suspects were arrested. The other day in Nakumatt Junction, grenades were recovered, ammunition, guns were detained, suspects were arrested. So what I can say for now, the police are doing a good job. And we must support our government. The swoops which were there the previous week, what I'm urging our youths, let the police do their work. Let us support the police. If you want to be arrested as a youth, just go to the police station. Let the police do their work. Let them investigate you. Once you are clear, then we'll come for you. I remember maybe a week ago, I was in Gigiri police station in Pangani. I bailed some over 60 youths from Kariobangi, from Pangani, from Mathare. So let the police do their work. Let us support. Even if we sack Kimayo today, we sack Gishangi today, we sack Olelenko today, this will not be a solution to this problem. Terrorism is a global problem. Even if we transfer Kimayo today, even another terror attack will happen.
Senator, you mentioned Westgate, and just to cut you short, sorry about that. We were speaking to one of the chairmen of the committees that was probing Westgate, and you remember after the attack you were very vocal about the fact that it was known, that you had evidence, but what the chairman said is that you did not appear before them despite them having requested you to come and give evidence of what you said you knew of the terror attack.
No, I appeared before the Senate.
Okay.
We have another parallel committee at the Senate. I'm a member of the Senate committee and National Security Committee and Foreign Relations. I'm a member.
Okay.
There was a parallel committee investigation that's why I held before Mr. Kamama. So ours, we have not revealed our report, and we are going to release our report very soon.
Did you appear before the one from
I appeared before the Senate committee. I'm not a parliamentarian. I'm not a member. Okay, I'm a member of, Parliament has been defined in the Constitution. It's both national and the Senate. But I appeared before the Senate committee, before Yusuf Haji's committee, who is my chairman, and I think Fatuma Dulo is the deputy chair. I never appeared before because I gave my evidence in the Senate, so I didn't have to come to the lower house. Yeah, they call it the lower house. I didn't have to come to my juniors to
but on
give
such
the
an
same
important
testimony,
issue, should
which
you
I
be
gave it
talking
in
about
the upper
supremacy?
house.
Senator, on such an important issue, should you be talking about the bigger and lower house? Shouldn't you just appear before?
No, it's a national
committee?
issue, so we should, you know, when it comes to matters of national importance, we should forget all our political differences as a country. So I went to the the Senate committee. I gave my testimony. I summoned some police officers. But we were yet to give the report, which we are going to do it very soon.
Senator, let's get to the next issue. You're clearly not someone who's afraid of controversy. You walk out there, you know, you're confident. You say what you need to say when you say it.
I don't fear anybody.
And you don't fear anybody.
I only fear God. I respect Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto, and the great people of Nairobi, and Kenyans in general. All the others are my juniors, including governors and parliamentarians and county rep. They are my juniors.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to get into the
Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka, I respect them as national leaders.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just yesterday, in our newspaper was covered quite extensively. A woman came through and said that you participated in her being swindled about 16 million Kenya shillings.
I think that was an afterthought. I know Lucy Momanyi, she's an advocate in Mombasa. I respect her because she's a lawyer, she's a FIDA lawyer. But when somebody violates the law, when somebody swindles another woman and you are a woman, that is very wrong. And I cannot sit and watch that such nonsense. I can term it as nonsense happen. I was a suspect once upon a time. I was in prison once upon a time. Nelson Mandela was in prison. He became the president of South Africa. Uhuru's father was in prison. He became the president of the Republic of Kenya. Raila was in prison. He became the prime minister of the Republic of Kenya. Even Sonko was in prison.
There's nothing wrong.
But people should ask themselves, why was Sonko in prison?
Okay, why?
I never kill anybody. I don't deal in drugs. But these are things which happen in life. I was not serious with my education, but now I've gone back to school. I'm urging all the students, all the youth, be serious with your education today. This is what the mentorship subject I can today mentor my colleagues. Based on the Mombasa advocate, there was a time when I became the member for Makadara. I had so many cases, over 20 cases, framed up cases which happened in 1997, 98, 99, 2000. Indeed, it's true. I was a suspect in that case. I was arraigned in court before Mombasa Chief Magistrate Rosemele Motaka. The file was, because I was a public servant, the file was taken before the DPP. It was investigated. I was acquitted in that case. So let me tell you about Lucy Momanyi. Lucy Momanyi swindled a widow. This widow wrote to me when I was an MP, and I've got all the evidence with me here. The widow wrote to me, Senator Sonko, I was an MP on 12th of June 2010. The widow wrote to me, Sonko, you're a mtetezi of wanyonge. I bring my case to you. Kindly assist me. The widow was married to a billionaire, Mr. Bellhouse. I know him. He was a family friend. He's a friend to my father. Then the deceased, maybe Mr. Bellhouse, the tycoon, the investor, had cancer. He knew that he was going to die, to lose his life. Then he did a will. Lucy Momanyi was entrusted as the family lawyer of Joy Bellhouse and the family. So all these documents were deposited in his office, the logbooks, the shares, the title deeds, Bell House had 2 beach plots in Diani, 40 acres each. The value now is 600 million per acre. But the problem, why I'm sympathizing with this widow, Bell House was a billionaire. But today, the deceased kids are languishing in poverty, no school fees to pay for the kids, no money for food to pay for the kids. The widow came to me, Sonko, please help me. This is the title deed for Bell House when he was alive. He deposited this title deeds with the lawyer. Now the lawyer is trying to divert attention of the public. He's trying to tarnish my name. He rushed to one of your dailies, the newspapers. He rushed to tarnish my name in the Standard. But I spoke to Willis Okesh, the writer, and Ochami. I told him, no, you are doing wrong. If you have any claims against me, what I know, journalists always receive reports. You are supposed to even call the guy who has been accused in that report to get clarification. So that when you do your case, you know that you're... So Bell House, Joy brought to me. I wrote to the LSK. This woman, Lucy Momanyi, LSK has already written to him. CID director has already written to him. He'll be arrested anytime. That time there was another lawyer, I don't want to mention his name, today is a judge. They conspired with this Lucy Momanyi, swindled this woman. And this Lucy Momanyi is the person who called this widow and threatened her. Told her, if you don't withdraw this case, we are going to kill you. And he did this true. Lucy Momanyi sent tags to this widow on 2nd of March. And the widow was not in her house. So let me finish. That's a very important question because it's even in your today's paper.
Yes.
Let me just clarify. So I call Lucy Momanyi. Listen, Lucy Momanyi, what you're doing is very wrong. You're a lawyer, you're a FIDA lawyer, but you're not supposed to threaten this poor widow. You stole everything from her. I'm calling Lucy Momanyi a thief. She's a lawyer, but she's a thief. And I've got evidence to prove that she's a thief. Let her take me to court, I'll prove. I've got evidence. She's a thief because she was entrusted by this family. But she swindled everything. Wealth worth 1.2 billion. This poor widow is languishing in poverty today. And I instructed the widow, Joy Bell House, go to Diani police station. She went there on 3rd of March. She booked a report via OB number 47 that Lucy Momanyi wants to kill her. The OCPD Diani can bear me witness. The DCIO Diani can bear me witness. So what has been created by Lucy Momanyi, whose niece is married to Kidero's son, this is just some conspiracy to tarnish my politics. Name. And I've got evidence. Yeah. So Christine, the niece, Lucy Momanyi, is married to Kidero's son.
All right.
So these are just reports to tarnish my name. And I've got evidence with me. Lucy Momanyi is a lawyer. She's a thief. She should not sue standard. Let us do Sonko. She's a thief, and I've got evidence with me here.
Absolutely.
Okay. All the shares are here. And the letter of administration is here. The will is here. Lucy Momanyi is a lawyer in Mombasa, and she's a thief.
Since she's a crook. She's not here to defend herself. Right. Let's move on to the next
file is here.
Let's move on to the next issue.
Senator, very many questions came through yesterday. One of them, and quite a number of people asked, including Mildred Njoki Njoroge, source of his wealth. Are you involved in fraud or corruption? How is it you have all this money?
Okay, once upon a time, I had a case, a land case, when I was in Form 3. I got my first-born kid when I was in Form 3. I'm a father. My daughter is in the campus today, JKUR. She's taking mass communication. That is my daughter. Okay. I did all these funny things, criminal activities when I was a young boy. But now I'm a leader. Nairobi people have entrusted me with their votes. Now I'm portraying true leadership.
Where did the
So with your question, let me come back to your question. I was once in prison. I don't, if you want to be a true leader, just tell your people the truth. True. Never hide. Don't hide. Okay. Tell them the truth. I'm repeating myself. Kenyatta was in prison. He became the president of the Republic of Kenya. Mandela was in prison. He became the president of the Republic of South Africa. Raila was in prison.
And
he became the prime minister of the Republic of Kenya.
President one day.
Even Uhuru was, once upon a time was in the cells. And
okay.
The he became the president of the Republic of Kenya.
Yes.
I've never dealt in drugs. The case which took me to prison. My father was a real registered land and estate agent. My mother is from Coast. My father was a civil servant way back in 1969. He was in Treasury, Kwale district. There is where he met my mother. I'll never deny that. The great people of Nairobi voted for me, but I'll never deny that my mother comes from Coast. that my father comes from Mukambani, Machakos. I'll never deny that. Let it be a reality.
Senator,
let people
from a
vote for me. Okay, yeah. Just
from a young man, as you describe yourself, involved in a few incidents here and there. Yeah. So the biggest question and perhaps concern of this poll is, where did this wealth come from? Okay, let me explain that, because it's a question and Kenyans are watching, the world is watching, because KTN is all over. So let me explain this question clearly. When I was in Form 3, during vacation, I used to work for my father. My father was a real registered land and estate agent. Once upon maybe during those years, there is a guy from Kwale who was selling his land for 4 million those years. The guy came to the office. My father was away. He was in South Africa. I was in charge of the office. So I decided to do this job on my personal level. I had an option letter with this guy. He was selling his land for 4 million. I had an agreement with him that I want 4 million. Anything on top and above will be regarded as agent's commission. We had a license, the agency license. So what I did, I had my father's contact. I contacted one of the investors in Zurich, Switzerland, who was looking for land within the same area this guy was selling his land. I contacted that guy. I forwarded him all the pictures, the videos, and I told him I have a land in Galu Kinondo Diani for sale. I remember it was plot number 340 Galu Kinondo, if I'm not wrong. Right. I wish I could have carried that file with me today here in the studio. So the Muzungu came. I'm interested to buy this land, but the Muzungu offered to buy this land at 12 million that time. I had a letter of offer from the seller who wanted to buy his land who wanted to sell his land for 4 million. I went I remember Jaren Magolo was the chief magistrate in Kwale, then he became a lawyer. I went to his office. We had an agreement with this Muzungu. He wanted to buy the land for 12 million. So the guy wanted 4 million. So I took the two letter of options and agreements to the lawyer. We did an agreement. Everything transpired. The seller got his money. The Muzungu paid through the same lawyer. We paid. Then later on, I was arrested. The CID, I think the guy's family complained to the CID that why did Sonko sell my land? I told Sonko to sell my land at 4 million. But Sonko sold my land at 12 million. Is that how you started making your money? In 1999, I was arrested. Even I met Raila in prison. I was arrested, put in prison. And then I was acquitted in that case. Let me put it clear. Yeah. Kenyans should know, Nairobians should know that I'm not a criminal. These are things which happen in life. And there are normal things in life. If you are looking for Kenya money, you want to be a senator, you want to be a leader, these are things you undergo. So I explained my case before the magistrate. I was never represented because I was in prison. I told the magistrate, it is indeed true, this guy gave me his plot to sell at 4 million. The seller was a witness, the buyer was a witness, and I was acquitted in that case. So, simply because there's an agreement between me and the seller, there was an agreement between me and the buyer, they were brought before the court.
And you made your profits.
And I made my profits.
So that is
and
the source of your wealth.
Sonko because of that. I don't sell drugs. I've never been convicted with any drugs offense. I've never been prosecuted with any drugs related matters. That's why I'm the senator today. That's why the great people of Nairobi have confidence in me. Because I'm myself, and I have explained myself. I was in prison because of reasons A, B, C, D, not because of drugs.
You're a clean man?
And I'm a very, very clean man, just like Uhuru Kenyatta.
Great. And are you a wealthy man?
I'm not as rich as people think. But I'm wealthy.
How rich
I'm a billionaire. My heart, I'm a billionaire.
And
but money-wise, I'm a poor man. Not poor man, but I'm sustaining myself. I can deliver service to my people. I can help my people when they need me. I normally hold free medical camps. I do so many things on behalf of Nairobians. So I'm not a billionaire. Yeah. I'm just a simple man. And that is what Sonko means. You go to the Zanzibar Kamusi, Sonko means mutu ya watu, a man of the people, not a rich man. People are misinterpreting. Yeah.
Although perhaps that comes from the fact that some argue they see you giving a lot of handouts and not sustainable solutions to some of the problems. But as you answer that, also perhaps one of the questions that has we've seen quite a number come in terms of tweets, the Shebesh scenario, the woman representative, Nairobi County, it played out for a very long period of time. There were pictures out, there were all manner of allegations. Address that for us.
Shebesh is my sister, my close friend. She was my close friend at one once upon a time, she was my best everything. She was my heart. And I was her heart. We were very close in terms of leadership, in terms of delivering service. We campaigned together. She's very close to me. She was.
She was.
Now she's not close to me.
Why?
In terms of leadership, and people, maybe the time the great people of Nairobi, Kenyans will understand Sonko will be too late. The reason why we differed with Shebesh on the Kidero saga, I came as a leader, came out as a leader. I told Shebesh and Kidero, no, we did not vote for you because of the dramas and videos you are showing us. Even Kidero was wrong. You cannot slap a woman in public and you are a governor. Even Shebesh was wrong. You cannot just, even me, I was wrong. You know, there was a time I slept on the road. There was time I punched the walls. When I was an MP. But I told the great people of Nairobi, I'm sorry, I'll not do it again. But Shebesh was wrong also to storm into Kidero's office, snatch his private parts. I don't know the allegations which are there. That was wrong. You cannot even harass somebody's husband. That was wrong. Kidero has a wife. Kidero has daughters. Kidero has aunties. Kidero has sisters.
So why are you no longer
that
close?
was wrong for Shebesh to grab Kidero's private parts, to harass. That was wrong. As a woman leader, you are supposed to go into his office politely and address your issues. Even Kidero was wrong to slap Shebesh. And me, I was neutral for the sake of leadership, for the sake of Nairobi. Nairobi County is bigger than Kidero and Shebesh. I told them, if you don't reconcile, I will mobilize Nairobians, we'll send you home. So that angered Shebesh, that angered Kidero. And I'm ready to meet both of them. Call them tomorrow. I'll come and answer myself. That is where I differed with Shebesh, I differed with Kidero. They were misled by, Shebesh was calling me a broker, but I'm not a broker. But what I did it because of the value of the great people of Nairobi. I value Nairobians because if Nairobi was a country today, I could have been the president. If Nairobi was Zanzibar, or Guinea-Bissau, or whatever, I could have been the president. But because I respect my president, he is my friend, he is like more than a brother to me, I respect him. Yeah?
Senator,
I garnered so many votes than anybody else, and I'm not praising myself, but I'm praising the great people of Nairobians and God.
Let's wind this up,
because
Senator.
This was a miracle to me.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Let's wind this up. The governor of Nairobi called you a chasing ambulance. You were not offering solutions.
Let me tell
to
you,
this.
The governor cannot run this county in an arrogant way. Yeah, you cannot run this county by slapping women. He's a very arrogant governor. Let me tell you the truth. He used to be my friend. When I received the Auditor's General report, which I have with me here, somewhere here, I wrote to the governor.
Just summarize.
And the letters are here.
Yes.
I'll just summarize. The letters,
yes.
The letters are here. And the reference of my letters, pursuant to Article 35, access to information. Any Kenyan, he has a right to access information from anywhere. So my heading of this letter was Public Accountability and Disclosure of Accounts of Nairobi County. The governor is my friend. He's more than a brother. There was a time I had a problem. He came to my office, gave me something small. I lost my uncle in Kangundo. But the way he behaved in this letter, it was a strange case. He abused me. My letter, you've read it.
Yes.
I've summarized. I wanted to have some records and some information on the rates, the parking fees, and what have you. Because it was resolved in the county assembly that we increase parking fees by 30%. I have no problem with that. But there is no way we can raise our county's revenue by punishing the people who voted for us. Even in yesterday's start, one of the county reps, Guyo, and I don't fear him, leader of minority, who is normally paid handouts to sell his people. People voted for him in trust that he is going to help them. But I raise a question here, but Guyo is paid 20,000, he comes and blushes Sonko. Sonko is a chasing ambulance, not Kidero. Even I'm not saying Kidero is a thief, but if he doesn't account for what has been raised by the Auditor General, then I'll say Kidero is a thief, and I'll defend myself. I have got facts. They are saying I'm misusing the court process. If they are violating the law, if they are mistreating the people of Nairobi, they are saying that they should overcharge the rich. Okay, let me be the governor of the few billionaires. Let me be the center for the great people of Nairobi and the Wananchi, the poor, the rich, and everybody. But they are saying they're punishing the rich because they have money. But this constitution protects even the rich and the poor. As the senator, there is no way you can punish Wananchi by raising rates. Yeah, there was an increment of 100%. Yeah, they published that circular in the local dailies that Nairobians should pay an increment of 100%. That is from 17% to 34%.
All right,
they wanted me to go and sleep on the roads, punch the walls.
Senator,
I rushed to court to protect the great people of Nairobi.
Senator,
so Kidero, you will not lead this county in an arrogant way.
Okay, Senator, we heard.
And if you don't answer those questions, you'll be a thief. Let me explain.
Senator,
the first, the first payment. No. I have a letter with me here. I've investigated my case. By the way, James and your colleague, I don't fight losing battles. I don't fight losing battles. I was a private investigator, and I've investigated this case. This money was advanced to the county government, 61 million. The letter and the AIE was very specific. We are told, Nairobi County, go and buy a cow. Then you use that money, you go to your shags, you buy a rabbit. This is misappropriation of fund. It amounts to corruption.
So you're following that case?
I'm following this case, and already I have evidence, and soon the Minister of County will be charged with corruption. You are given 61 million to do the Hansard, to do infrastructure of the county government. Then you go and pay electricity, 18 million. You pay for a magazine which will never delivered 4 million. This, and they're saying Kidero paid this Guyo. We told misled the Nairobi people that this is history. It was done in 2007. This is not 2007 report. I'm not interested in 2007, 2008, 2009 report. I'm only interested in the period during transition and after transition. I met the CEO. His card is here. I've got pictures with him. All the members, they recorded their statements yesterday. I've taken this matter to CASA. All the ministers in the county government, the CEOs involved, must go to court. This money belongs to the great people of Nairobi, not to Kidero and not to the county government. If I peruse the Auditor's General reports, where I need answers from Kidero. I'm the senator for Nairobi County.
Okay, we must.
And I have that oversight responsibility. And then I have that responsibility of representing the interest of Nairobians at any level. So Kidero should account for these funds.
For the specific question that you're answering.
I like development. Yeah, I love the great people of Nairobi, but I'll go to court to freeze this Nairobi account.
Okay.
They've seen all this money. No, don't put me off. Let me look for the Auditor's General report. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not an expert in accounts. In fact, in mathematics, I scored an E, a constant E in KCSE. I don't know. I didn't do accounts. I did mathematics, which I scored an E. This is a report from the Auditor General, which says county government ministers or CEOs messed with the funds. They took initially 250 million, which they never accounted for. They took interest. The County Government Public Finance Management Act, Transition Act, Section 9, is very clear. You have to account for any monies you receive, any funds you receive. Another clause in the same audit report, they receive 5.5 billion in terms of revenue, parking fees and everything, rest and everything. They can only account for 5.25 million. Billion, which they banked. 250 million is missing. You expect the senator to keep quiet? While this money you swindle, what you did in Mumias want to do here, you'll never do it here. For instance, I'll not mention the name of this lawyer. He took his own private lawyer, personal lawyer, family lawyer in his petition. Then he makes him a county lawyer without following the procurement procedures. That is very wrong.
Okay.
Nairobi is worse than Embu. And soon I'm going to raise this. We have already summoned him in the Public Accounts Committee, Senate, and I need 3 hours. Give me 3 hours to debate this case. Or I have got 100 files. Different offenses. Governor Kidero, answer these questions. Then you become my friend. You don't answer just this question, we take you to prison. What you did in Mumias, you will not do here in Nairobi County. And I'm calling you a thief. I've got evidence if you don't answer this.
Senator.
All right. Thank you very much.
We've run out of time. You've done well. You're on fire. You have your facts. We'll expect and hope to see. Hope to see
offense
this.
By offense. Bowling Green Club.
All right. Thank you very much.
Lillian, the county secretary, gave it to Wainaina's son-in-law.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you.
Thrown out.
Nairobi Senator
She
Mike
was
Sonko.
thrown out of this club.
Thank you very much.
Wainaina gave it to his son-in-law. His son-in-law took another house in
Senator
Woodley.
Senator.
His son-in-law took a toilet near Coast Bus.
All right.
This county doesn't belong to Kidero and his people. It belongs to the great people of Nairobi.
All right.
Kidero is a thief and his people.
Thank you.
And I'm going to meet them in court.
We heard you.
All right.
Thank you.
We're glad you're watching Morning Express.
Thank you.